Hi, Trisha here again, and in this series we're looking at Christmas card ideas in watercolour, of course. And this video we're going to have a look at traditional and painterly. So let's get our watercolours sorted and get started. Okay, we're going to have a look at some watercolour Christmas cards. I've got some watercolours out here already. To tell you the truth, these are just left over from some other projects that I've done. So I've got some like rose madder, I've got yellow, I've got like a ultramarine I think here, a sap green, indigo. So yeah, I've got a bit of a collection here. Obviously if you want to use something specific, then clean your palette off and go specific with your colours. But as I show you each project, you might want to change your palette as we go. I'm going to work quite tiny, so I've got quite a few small little brushes here. I've got a number 8 here. That's probably going to be one of my biggest brushes. I've got another number 8, but it's a liner brush, if I show you, so it goes quite fine. But then I've got a teeny tiny brush here that does tiny fine lines. So I'm going to work quite tiny, for me anyway. Some of you might have even tinier brushes, then go for those. I'm going to work on watercolour paper, and I've got several pads to work on, but you can buy pre-made cards. So this is from a pack of cards with envelopes, and they've got a little score on. I have to say that these ones that come like in a pack, unless you're buying quite expensive ones, these are only 240 grams, so they're fine just for a tiny bit of water on there, but not too much, and they're quite floppy ones. So I might either use these cards, you can get them in all different sizes. This was just the first one that I pulled out. This is 105 by 210 millimeters, this one. So it's quite a long card. Obviously you can get A5 ones, A6 ones, all sorts of different sizes. So buy the one that's the most appropriate to you. I've got absolutely tons of different ones. But what I might end up doing is painting on my watercolour paper and then cutting out and then mounting that onto my card. Your other option is to actually cut watercolour paper, so get some large sheets of watercolour paper and cut those to the right size to fold into your own cards. So that's your other choice. I'm not really going to go much more into card making during this. I'm just going to show you some different images, so hopefully you can have a look around and see what sort of cards you can get. That's it. Pencil, there we go, outside. Pencil for sketching, if you want a pencil for sketching. Different projects have got some slightly different things, so if you're watching the whole series of them, then I'll highlight any extra materials that you need for those projects. But that's about it really, your bog standard setup. Right, this one that we're having a look at in this video is quite a sweet watercolory washy snowman. I've sketched out, but I am going to rub these lines out later, so I've sketched out. I've got some indigo blue here, and this is the main colour that I'm going to use, is the indigo. So let's kind of get this going here. It's a really superb colour. I'm also going to take some of this pinky into it, and just slightly there, so that I've got a slight different tint. And I'm going to take some of this, it was cerulean, but it's got some green mixed into it, so some cerulean and green. Might just be dropping off the edge of your screen now. And I'm going to mix this together, and what I actually want to get is, I want to get a black, but not a pure black. I need it to sort of fit in with what we're doing. So I'm just going to test it here. Quite a bluey black colour. It's got a bit of a greeniness to it at the moment. Put that in. There we go. That's a bit better. More browny black. Because I want to do the hat, but I don't want to use a black straight from the tube, because that's just too dark, really, too harsh. Okay, so we're going to have the light coming this way from the sun, so this is going to be our shadow here. So what I want to do is I'm going to wet inside each of these body shapes, and I want to keep like a light area at the front here. So I have a small piece of tissue, and I want to make sure that I dab out. I'm trying to look so that I get a light area in there. Now I'm going to go into my indigo, and I want it quite watery because I don't want this too dark. And I'm going to add it to the edge here. I'm going to encourage it to, there we go, flow round. Sorry, I'm going to lean in because I can't see where the shine is on there. Okay, I'm going to go into this slightly pinkier one, and I'm going to add that in. It's slightly stronger. I'm just going to add that in down here. Let that do its thing. So don't be like me and be overly tempted to keep touching it and messing with it. Okay, so let's do the same on our next one. Get a little bit of tissue and just dab out a nice circle shape in there. Here we go. our brush off, go into this purpley colour. Don't go too crazy. Just gonna lean in here, sorry, and just try and just encourage it around there so I get a bit more of a rounded shape. Okay, so same again now. Around here, but we're also going to have a line here where the shadow of his hat comes down. Snowman or snow lady? Snow person. Just letting the tip of the brush touch in. Alright, so encourage that round a little bit. And same again. Bring a pinkiness into it here. So I'm going to add blue and pink now, and I'm just going to paint this quite strong along the bottom here. And don't panic if you're getting like a white line, that's fine. Touch along the edge of that. And the same in here. There we go. Okay, so let's move on to the hat. So I'm going to use my brush a little bit drier. I'm not going to try and keep it too wet. Still very wet. Dipping my hand in the blue as well. Bit long there, bit of a broad rim on that one. Let's come into the blue, that indigo a little bit more, and I'm going to just try and add a touch into the shadow under here a little bit. Take that up. Whoa. Phew. Righty-ho. Into my orange for my carrot. And it is dry. Okay. Into that blacky colour for his little smiley mouth. I can probably deepen this up a little bit more as well. No. Right, there we go. So let's leave that to dry, and then we'll come in with my mucky fingers. We'll come in with the rubber in a minute. Okay, so as always, we're nearly dry, if not quite. Okay, there we go, and see how important it is to get it to just come round the front there, so that you get that rounded shape. And there we go, finished. It's a really sweet one. It's a really sort of watercolory, washy one. It looks really effective, but quite simple. Okay, for this project, what we're going to do is we're going to do some Christmas trees. I've got a Viridian green here, which I don't normally like because it is normally so zingy green, but it's kind of what we want today. So let's get some of this out. Ooh, and I'm going to pull a little bit of here this into it. We get a really sort of zingy greeny colour to work with here. There we go. Okay, so I'm going going to start quite high, and I'm just dotting in. Got a bit too much paint on my brush. Here we go. Christmas tree shapes. And I kind of want a little diagonal along here. Because I've blobbed that a bit too much, I might make that into a couple of Christmas trees there. Yeah, okay. And now I'm just going to wet all of this down here. There we go. Bring a little bit more of this down here. There we go. And we'll get ourselves another Christmas tree just up here as well. A much taller one here. Oops, gone a bit awry there. That'll have to be a very tall one now, won't it? Right, and I'm just going to dry this off a touch here, because actually we want this colour to wash down a little bit more, so let's, be a little bit more watery. There we go. Okay, and we want this to dry, and then we can come in, and I'm going to come sort of diagonal across here with another hill of, but I'm going to take this bluey colour that I've got here, and I'm just going to add this in here. So very, very watery. Because actually I don't need it to touch any of my trees at all. Some clear water here around the trees, because I certainly don't want my trees to bleed up into this. There we go. I might take a little bit more here just to darken this up slightly. There we go. Okay, so I'm going to come in now, get my green and blue mixed again. I'm going to go for a slightly smaller brush because I think my bigger brush I just wasn't being careful enough with. So let's see here. bit better, isn't it, there? Next one. Okay, here we go. So I think I probably could have started a bit higher up and come across here, but that's okay. I'll get a couple of, extend these slightly. Get these a little bit bigger in there. There we go. Okay, so I'm just going to get that wet underneath there again, and allow these to bleed down. Take a bit of that blue in here and get a nice deep colour in there. Add some little tones in to some of these. Right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to come across this way now, here, still not starting high enough, am I? There we go, that's better. I'm just going to try and bring a bit more of this blue in. I'm really liking this blue. Just going to dry that little bit off there. Struggling to have somewhere to go with my next lot of trees in here. And do the same again here. Just dab that off and see if I can get some little trees in here. I think it depends really if I want to continue this. Another layer in or not, but I think what I might do, let's get some of that blue back up in there again. Blue in here. I think I can catch that there. There we go. Let's drag this sort of snow drift across there. There we go. Right, there we go. Not quite dry, but I just can't stop myself. So I've got some white gouache in here, and I'm gonna dip my toothbrush in there. You could tint it a little bit, pop a little bit of blue in or something just to tint it, but I've got quite a light background wash here, so I don't really need it to be blue. I need it to be quite whitish. And now I'm just going to go for it. I want to be quite precise there. Looser down here. I'm going to get more up the top there. There we go. Okay. Thanks for watching. Don't forget, visit my website for your art resources, follow me on social media, like this video and subscribe to my channel.